Selling online courses is one of the key pillars of my business, but when I was creating my first online course, I had a strategy crisis. I knew that I wanted to teach what I knew about audiobook recording online and be able to reach thousands of students with my courses. I also wanted to bootstrap my business, which meant that I didn't want to spend a lot on Facebook ads and other paid marketing options to get my digital product business off the ground. I also really wanted to focus on learning just one platform for time saving and efficiency purposes. I did my research and I took a look at a lot of the options out there for hosting online courses, and there are plenty of options for different selling strategies, but the two platforms that really stood out to me were Udemy and Teachable. Both of these course platforms have been around for years and they both have millions of users, but these two platforms represent two drastically different course selling and marketing strategies. So if you're just getting started and you're trying to decide between these two platforms, I hope this review is helpful for you. I'm going to dive into the top 10 criteria that I think are the most important for new course creators who are bootstrapping their online businesses, working with a little to no budget, or don't have a large following or email list yet. Point number 1, acquiring new students. When it comes to getting new students into your courses without doing any marketing, Udemy is the clear winner. Now, at the time of this video, Udemy has over 9 million students registered on its platform. It's a very active online learning community, and the majority of the course sales that I've made on the platform have come from organic traffic coming to the site. In other words, I didn't have to do any marketing or advertising to acquire new students on Udemy. Now, just as a side note, there are a ton of different marketing strategies that you can use to gain more students on Udemy. The more effort you put into marketing, the more successful you'll be on any platform. I'm simply pointing out that additional marketing isn't required to acquire students on Udemy due to the nature of the platform. Teachable, on the other hand, is a software tool that you can use to create and sell your courses. You can upload your course content and they'll take care of processing sales and refunds, which is great. But they don't have a built-in user base or accessible student community like Udemy does. Now, at this time, there is no course directory within Teachable that will help prospective students find your course. Udemy will promote your courses to their vast community of students via email and on-site promotions. Teachable will not promote your courses for you. The bottom line is that if you're going to use Teachable, you're going to have to do your own marketing to get students in your course. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it is something that you should keep in mind if you're just getting started with your online course business. So if marketing just isn't your thing, Udemy might be a better fit for you. If you already have an audience or a social media reach, or you're willing to do some marketing on your own, Teachable might be the best bet. Point number 2, cost of using the platform. Udemy is free to use, and by that I mean it's free to upload and sell your courses on the platform. Udemy makes their money by splitting revenue with instructors when a student buys one of the courses on the platform. Now, currently the revenue share is 50% to the instructor when a student buys a course organically through Udemy, or 97% to the instructor if a student buys through an instructor's coupon code or self-promoted link. An instructor only gets 25% if the purchase is made through an affiliate link or a third party is promoting your course. And you also only get 25% if the sale is made through Udemy's ad program. This means that if you're relying on Udemy to promote your course for you, you're only going to receive 25 to 50% of the sale price of your course. Now, there are two ways to look at this. 1, you're paying Udemy or its affiliate partners 50 to 75% of your course sales revenue to acquire a new student. Now, the upside of this is that you didn't have to spend time, money, or energy on ads, social media, or content marketing. The downside is that you're losing a significant amount of revenue on each course sale. Now, in most cases, if you're doing your own marketing, you should be able to acquire a new student for much less than 50 to 75% of the course price. Now, you're paying a hefty premium to Udemy for each new student that they send your way. And as you'll learn in just a minute, your ability to communicate and market to your students on Udemy is limited. Teachable has several pricing options. You can get started on the platform for free, but there are several pricing tiers to choose from that give you access to more advanced features and lower transaction fees. Here are Teachable's current pricing tiers. Their free plan is $1 plus 10% per transaction, plus the credit card fees that PayPal or Stripe charges, which are typically 30 cents plus 2.9% per transaction. Now, their basic plan is $39 a month, but they charge a 5% transaction fee plus those credit card fees. If you move up to their professional plan, you won't be charged any transaction fees at all. This is actually the plan that I use for my courses, and I actually think it's a really good deal because I sell a large enough quantity of courses that if I were to be on the basic plan, I'd actually end up paying more in transaction fees than I would just paying the $99 flat rate to use the service. Then they have a high volume plan, which just gets you access to extra features on the site. If you choose an annual plan, you get a discount. For example, if you pay for 12 months of the basic plan up front, the cost drops to $33.25 per month instead of $39 per month. Now, the price for the professional plan drops to $83.25 per month for a savings of $189 per year. Now, there are other features that come with each tier, but I wanted to give you a clear view of the pricing differences between the two platforms. So let's play with these numbers just to see where we come out from a purely financial standpoint in comparing the Teachable platform to Udemy. Let's say that you have a $50 course that sells 20 units each month. Now, selling through Udemy Organic, you'd make $500 a month. Now, this does not take into account any Udemy promotional discounts. Now, promoting your own coupon code through Udemy, you'd make $970. This assumes you already have an email list to market your course to. Selling through the free Teachable plan, you'd make $845. Selling through the Teachable professional plan, the $99 a month plan, you'd make $965 in course sales, but you'd net $865 after paying the monthly plan fee. So, my initial strategy after playing with some of these numbers was to choose Udemy because I'd net more from my own promotions and the organic revenue share sales would just be icing on the cake. But then I realized that there are some serious trade-offs. That brings us to point number 3, course pricing restrictions. So a few years ago, you could sell courses on Udemy for anywhere between $9 and $300. And I was okay with that price range since most of my starter courses were shorter and lower priced. So on April 4th, 2016, Udemy announced that there would be a mandatory price restriction on all courses. And they changed this new range. It was only temporary, but for a short time, for a period of a few months, the new range was $20 to $50 per course. And that was incredibly limited. And it kind of freaked me out a little bit because I was like, my course I wanted to sell for $97, which I thought was a reasonable price for what I was offering. And Udemy came in and put this restriction in place, and it really threw me off and made me feel like I didn't have a lot of control over my business. Now, several months later, they changed their pricing structure again, and currently all Udemy courses must be priced between $20 and $200. You can also offer free courses through the site, which is something that I do, and that is a strategy that I use. But the restrictions, I just don't love. It was hard for me to make a big business decision based on a platform that could change their policies at any time or dictate how I could price my course, and especially within a range that I didn't even find to be reasonable. So there are plenty of reasons why, Udemy being able to price control is a good thing for Udemy. They've had a major problem with discounting and price confusion in the past, but the constant restrictions and changes just feel really, really limiting to me. Now, Teachable does not have any course pricing restrictions. Yay! You have the freedom to price and run your course business any way that you want to. If you are starting a business, the last thing that you want is some other entity dictating how you can sell your courses. Not having control over basic things like course pricing and student communications can make it very difficult to grow and succeed. Point number 4 is check out via PayPal and Stripe. If you sign up for Teachable's professional plan, you can set up direct payments through PayPal and Stripe. This means you get access to your course revenue immediately and you don't have to pay any additional transaction fees. Now, if you're on Teachable's free or basic plan, all payments are made through Teachable's checkout system. Teachable holds your funds for 30 days to cover any refund requests and then pays you out once a month. Now, if you don't want to sign up for Teachable's professional plan, a good alternative for getting funds quickly and avoiding excess transaction fees is to use a third-party checkout option like Samcart. Samcart also integrates with most email providers like ConvertKit, ActiveCampaign, Aweber, MailChimp, and Ontraport. Samcart gives you beautifully designed checkout pages that are built to convert followers into paid students. The checkout process is seamless and you can add testimonials, guarantees, and images to your checkout pages to remind students of the value that you're delivering with your course. One thing that I do love is that you also have the ability to offer upsells during the checkout process. Point number 5, marketing and retargeting. Now, the important thing to remember when teaching on Udemy is that your students aren't actually your students. They're Udemy students, and they have very strict rules for how you are allowed to communicate with them. Udemy does not give you access to your students' email addresses, and you're limited in the number of announcements and promotions that you're allowed to send each month through Udemy's platform. Teachable, on the other hand, actually helps you grow your student base. And when a student enrolls in one of your Teachable courses, they give you the student's information. It's all saved within the platform, and you can export the information at any time. Teachable also integrates with dozens of email providers like ConvertKit, so it's easy to save and organize student contact information. ConvertKit is an email marketing service that integrates seamlessly with Teachable. So when a student signs up for one of your courses, they'll also be automatically added to your email list. There are also a ton of really helpful features like tagging and segmentation that are so valuable for marketing, automations, and sales funnels. I've used Aweber and MailChimp in the past, and in my opinion, ConvertKit is the clear winner. Point number 6 is technical requirements. Udemy has a plethora of requirements for their courses. To be fair, most of the requirements are there to ensure that people aren't uploading junk to the site. They do have a checklist of their quality requirements. I've linked that up below the video. I actually found this checklist to be really helpful for planning and structuring the content of my first few courses. But a word of warning to new course creators, make sure that your video export settings are spot on with Udemy's requirements. Otherwise, they'll send your course back to you to fix. Now, Teachable does not have an approval process for courses that are hosted on their software platform. You're free to use a combination of video, audio, quizzes, images, and text-based documents to create your course. Number 7 is integrations. Udemy lets you insert tracking code for Google Analytics and Google AdWords. This is great if you're trying to figure out conversion rates, see how many people have visited your course, or judge the success of a Google AdWords campaign that you're running to your course. But that's the extent of the third-party integrations that Udemy allows. Teachable, on the other hand, has a ton of integration options like ConvertKit, Optimizely, SumoMe, Livestream, Ustream, YouTube Live, Twitch, Zapier, MailChimp, Google Analytics, Mixpanel, and so many more. Number 8 is user difficulty, or the technical skills that are required. So both Udemy and Teachable require very few technical skills. Udemy is really intuitive to use. You pretty much fill in a blank here and upload your video here, and you're ready to go. They also have a lot of documentation to help you out if you get stuck, and a very helpful Facebook group called the Udemy Studio, where you can ask questions, get feedback on videos, and chat with other Udemy instructors. Everyone that I've encountered at Udemy has been incredibly nice and helpful. Even when your course doesn't meet requirements, the reviewer is usually great about giving you specific feedback as to what's needed to get you approved and get your course up. So all in all, Udemy isn't a bad option as long as you understand that Udemy isn't a place for selling higher priced courses. Now, Teachable is very easy to get started with, and I got the hang of its basic functions very quickly, mostly because of the helpful free webinars and summits that they offer. So I've linked up a few of Teachable's webinars that I highly recommend regardless of whether you end up using the platform or not. They're full of a ton of good information for building your course and marketing it to your students. course. Teachable also has an amazing Facebook community called the Teachable Tribe. It's a great resource for asking questions, getting help, and networking with other Teachable instructors. Point number 9 is pre-sales, pricing plans, and monthly memberships. Finally, one of the big standout features of Teachable is the ability to pre-sell courses and offer different pricing plans. Now, the ability to pre-sell allows you to validate course concepts quickly and pivot where necessary to make sure that you're creating something that your students actually want to buy. Now, if you plan to offer premium priced courses, the ability to offer an installment plan can help you enroll more students who can't afford to pay the full price of the course upfront. A third option that Teachable supports is monthly subscriptions. Now, this gives you the ability to turn Teachable into a full-fledged membership site to earn recurring monthly revenue from students who subscribe to your courses. Udemy does not offer any of these features. Point number 10 is drip content. Teachable supports automated drip content. Drip content allows you to release lessons to your students over a specific period of time rather than giving access to the entire course all at once. Now, a few reasons why you might want to drip your content are: 1, you want to run a time-bound class that has weekly lessons and support for a specific amount of time, or 2, you want to pre-sell your course to validate your idea. Now, dripping content allows you to create lessons over time rather than have your course completed before you open course enrollment. Udemy does not support drip content at this time. Now, which platform did I ultimately choose? I use both of them, but I use them in different ways. Udemy is great for validating course concepts. I don't recommend relying on it to run your whole online course business. The students on Udemy are great at giving feedback, which is essential for improving course content, presentation quality, and online teaching skills. By creating a short, free, or low-cost beta course, you can start building your student base and get feedback on what should be included in your premium course offering. Now, Teachable is what I use to run my full online course business. This is where I house all of my premium courses. This platform gives me the greatest amount of control over my course content, pricing, student communications, and payment gateways. I hope that you found this comparative review helpful. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below.